Hello YouTubers, sorry I've been on my 3-week hiatus, but Velocikiller 13's back, and now I'm doing my first toy review, and this has got to be the rarest Godzilla toy, or product, on the market since 2004. Let's take a look. Well, it's based on the 50th anniversary of Godzilla, as you can see. Flip around this box. 50th. And I don't know what this says. It says Gojira something something. Whatever. Well, this is a playset, actually, not a book. Now, take a look on the inside. These are some miniature figures. See, inside there's King Ghidorah, Megaguirus, Mechagodzilla, the Mothra larva, and so on. And here's some characters from Godzilla Final Wars, just not all of them. Now I'm going to open the box. Well, oh, and this also came with some cards that you have to cut out yourself. Well, anyway, now let's actually check out the figures. First off, Godzilla. I know he's a puny thing, but the detail on him is pretty nice. Da-da-da. Now, time for his sidekick, Anguirus. The 2004 design, since this is a Final War set, basically. Size is pretty accurate, though Anguirus' tail is pretty long, if you ask me. Next up, King Caesar. Now this guy's very unstable, that's what I don't like about him. I know that you can't really check out his detail or anything, but boo-hoo. Blame the quality of the camera. Sometimes it just depends on the light. Next up, Rodan. I like Rodan's pose. His arms are like out, instead of just simply being, you know, just being flapping around. It actually looks like he's in a battle pose this time. And his mouth is open and everything. Okay, on to the next monster. Baragon. Now, he's pretty small, since this is the GMK Baragon. And let's check him out a little bit. I know, he's hard to see. Again, blame the camera. Now, size pretty much accurate. In fact, basically all of these, maybe almost all of these, are just size accurate. Next up, Minilla or Nina. I hate this guy a lot. I'm not gonna get started on him. Oh, by the way, he's a little too big compared to Godzilla. See, here's Godzilla, and here's his son. They're too big. Or Mina's too big, I mean. Next up, Mothra, the adult. Nice wing detail. Pretty much size accurate with the rest of the gang. Let me move the camera a little bit more. Oh well, Mothra's off screen. Well, she's flat. What do you expect? Next up, the Mothra larva. Pretty much good mold detailing here. You can still see those little lines on her. Here's her face. I like how they just painted in those tiny blue eyes, and I like the tail spike. Hard to see. Next up, Monster X. This guy's probably the best one. He is the best, but the one thing I don't like is that parts of his tail, some little parts on his tail aren't even painted white, like they should be. Oh well, he's still the coolest. Now here's Destroyer, or should I say, Destroyer! Yeah, that was a quote from James Rolfe. His wings need some painting, and the claw on his tail is a little bit too small. It's puny. Now, one thing I didn't like, check out his size compared to Godzilla. he needs to be a tad bit taller. Right here, they're around the same height. Oh well. The next up, Final Wars Gigan. I like him too, because, well, the mold detailing, it's pretty neat. Except his tail's kind of wrong. It looks like a spinny egg beater meant to kill people. And here's Kiryu, the 2002 or 2003 version, because you may not notice it, but he's got, you kind of get the outline of the drill for a hand. You see that? He's drilling at the camera. He wants to kill us all. He's gone out of control. Next up, Megagyrus, or what James Rolfe calls Megagyrus. It's okay, except she's purple. I'm not joking, she is purple. See that? You could see better from a distance. It's purple, instead of sort of a grayish color like she should be. That's probably one of the, maybe the badder figures. Next up, here's one that isn't a monster. The Atragon, or the Gotengo. You could use it for, like, combat scenes, like when Gigan is just chasing it. Ah, woohoo! Not feeling like playing around today. And here's King Ghidorah. Now, King Ghidorah, this one is a better figure. Oh, and this is the 90s version, by the way. Since they're not doing any Showa figures, they're just doing Millennium and Heisei. Mold's pretty good. King Ghidorah's probably the second best figure. Godzilla's the third. Monster X is the best. By the way, you could use him as a substitute for Kaiser Ghidorah if you want. Now the final figure. Interesting choice. Biolante. Now Biolante, pretty interesting choice. Now let me scoot over these guys a little bit. Now let me show you the size comparison with Godzilla. Look at that! Look at that! She's tiny! She's supposed to be huge. I guess they didn't want to waste any more plastic. She's supposed to be huge. No, they made her, like, short. And by the way, I know they didn't want to waste plastic or anything, but they have, like, 4 tentacles with jaws on them instead of, like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10. By the way, they're removable, but remove them very carefully, somewhat like this. See that? It's the 3-armed Biolante now, huh? So, I guess you could just use some reenactments of movies. Well, now here's all the figures. Now, I'd have to say, I'd have to rate this, playset, how should I put it? 8 out of 10. I recommend it for any Godzilla fan who is careful enough. Well, I got this from Japan, so it wasn't that expensive. And it was like 2004 at the time. So Godzilla Final Wars was out in theaters, but I never had the chance to see it until it went on DVD in America. Now, I'll be doing more toy reviews from now on. Please respond, please subscribe. If you want to see more, then, make requests. I might send you a list of the toys I have. I don't have all of them. Goodbye.